Hi everyone, this is Delight and I am here with our new little Hattie Kit baby that we received from Creative Newborns. She's so beautiful. Oh, her hair is just lovely. We're enjoying her so much. She does a gorgeous job. Anyway, I am going to make a video in response to Holly Church's tag that was entitled, "What is your earliest memory?" Now, I had to put a lot of thought into this because I have so many early memories. My parents, I think they used to comment about how much I could remember from my childhood when I was little, and I don't know, I just have always felt like I had a pretty good memory. I had a really wonderful childhood, and I think that helps to remember things. But yeah, I just was giving it some thought, and I know a lot of my memories would get spurned on or would be recalled to me through feelings and smells. And I remember lots of times saying to my mom and dad, "Oh, this day smells just like, you know, when such and such happened," or this feels like, you know, and I'd remember a certain thing. And so I think, you know, different things work for different people, but for me it was a lot of memories on feelings and smells. Excuse me. But I remember a lot. Some of my earliest childhood memories are based on going to church. My parents were very, very faithful church goers, and we went to everything, whether it was, you know, Sunday morning, Sunday evenings, Wednesday prayer meetings. Anytime the church doors were open, we were there. And I grew up loving church, and it kind of felt like a second home to me. In fact, even now, other than being at my own home, I love being at church, being with other friends, and so I remember just a lot of being in the church nursery, although I don't think I was there very much because I was usually sitting on my mom's lap. I remember sitting in church on my mom's lap, and there was a certain necklace that she wore. It was made out of nuts. I don't know if you remember the old nut necklaces from like the 60s. And she wore that to church a lot, and I remember chewing on that necklace. I can still remember the taste of it even. It kind of tasted like hairspray, I think. But I remember doing that. I remember sitting in church, and my dad would have his arm around my mom, and he would like play with my ear as I was sitting next to my mom, and I just remember things like that. And then I grew up on a potato farm, and I remember sitting in a playpen down in the warehouse where my mom would be grating potatoes, and the sounds of the machinery and the feeling of the cold, damp warehouse, and sitting in the playpen, and my mom would hand potatoes to me that were like, shaped like babies, and I would pretend they were babies or dolls, or ones that were shaped like Mickey Mouse, and those were my toys. And I remember wrapping my foot like a baby and rocking my foot back and forth, and I did that when I was really little, like, you know, probably 1 to 2 years old. I remember doing that. I remember sucking my pacifier, and I remember, well, I sucked my pacifier till I was like 3, and I remember even getting to the age where I was a little embarrassed of it, but I remember that very well. And one memory, this isn't so early, this was in kindergarten, but I had to mention it because it's so funny. The only time I ever remember getting in trouble at school, because I was this little shy girl and I just never got into trouble, but the one thing I did get into trouble for was in kindergarten. In the little toy corner, there was a doll, and of course, me and dolls, you know, I just... Anyway, I kind of claimed this doll as my baby in kindergarten. I remember one day another girl was just kind of hogging up this doll, and I wanted my baby back, and I remember I hit her to my embarrassment, I hit this little girl over. Anyway, I guess that was my earliest mother love or whatever. And then I have one other memory I wanted to talk about because I'd like to know what you think. It's kind of strange, and I don't know if people really believe me, but when I was really little, I remember every night I would put myself to sleep at night. After Mom would tuck me into bed, and she'd usually read to me, after she'd go out of the room, I would curl up in a little ball. I would just curl up in a little ball, and I would feel very, very small, and I would put myself to sleep to a sound that sounded like this. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And that's just what I did night after night when I was little. And the first time I was expecting my own baby, that I went to the midwife, and I got to listen to my own baby with a stethoscope, and my midwife had me listen to the placenta, and it sounded, I remember just thinking right away, that's the sound that I used to put myself to sleep to, was this whooshing, whooshing sound. And I said, it sounds exactly like the same. And so it kind of made me wonder, is it possible that I'm remembering the sound of being in the womb and the feeling of closeness and warmth? And yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery to me, but I'd like to know what you think about that, so you could comment on that one. And now, at the end of the video, I wanted to also give a shout out for Dolly Day's Nursery. She just received one of our baby dolls, and she did a really nice box opening, and we'd love for you to go check that out. We will leave a link in our description to her channel, and yeah, it'd be nice if you just checked her out and leave a nice comment for her. So that's all I have for tonight, and so we'll see you again soon. Bye.